Hey guys, come and join me in the old Frog and Toad for a pipe chat. Look at the snow. It's bloody miserable out and it's 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so it's nice and warm in there, so come on.
Welcome to the pub, come and have a beer. Come along and sing a song of real good cheer. Forget your cares today, it's time to laugh and play. We're drunk again this afternoon on Saturday. The songs we like the best of all are old songs. Sad songs, bad songs, bold songs. If you like to sing, come and have a fling. Everybody welcome to the pub. Oh yeah! I'd like to welcome you to the pub. Away we go.
Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things, and welcome to the old Frog and Toad pub shed. I'm in the back snug. Let me light my pipe and we shall begin. We're having a Belgian beer, a chimay. And I was going to do a video earlier, but I got interrupted and I couldn't get back to it. But I did record myself opening up the bottle with a cork. So I'll put that here and I'll meet you back in this part of the snug. I have a cup of Yorkshire tea here, but I'm also going to have a new beer I've never had, and I was going to have it with you. Well, it's the beginning. I'm not going to drink the bloody thing, the whole thing, but a chimay, I wouldn't imagine that's how you say it. Chimay. It's Belgium. And it's brewed in an abbey. And I've never had a beer with a cork in it before. A proper cork. Isn't that neat? So I imagine you open it up kind of like... I've never had it. This is a new experience for me. It's 9% alcohol, so I'm going to be careful with it, but they even have the proper glass, the goblet. It smells wonderful. So guys, cheers. Well, that's good. It's an ale. I'm sitting over here because this is where the table is. That is really good. And you wouldn't know. It doesn't taste like 10 or it's 9. It's 9% alcohol. It says Chimney Grand Reserve is a strong dark brown beer with hints of fruit, ladies and gentlemen. Hints of fruit. Chocolate and spices. Now I had heard before that this was originally made to be a Christmas beer, but it was so popular they just sold it year round. So in spices, whose flavors get better and better with time. So they put yeast in here, live yeast in here, so it continues to brew. Now I hope I say this right. The Trappist logo certifies that this ale is brewed in a Trappist abbey, and that the majority of sales income is intended for social aid. The exceptional yeast isolated by Father Theodore, combined with the purity of the highly protected water of the Abbey's wells, gives Chimay its unique richness since 1862. Chimay's secondary fermented ales have neither been pasteurized nor filtered, and only natural ingredients are used. Beer fermented in the bottle. This is contents: water, barley, and wheat. So anyways, I've been excited about trying this, and I thought I'd try it with you guys. So cheers, everyone. So, oh well, right? So cheers, everyone. This is nice, but you got to be careful with it. With a bloody 9%. Holy cow! So tomorrow's Thanksgiving, everyone. And we're just staying home. In fact, we're being old miserable guts because we don't know. It's just the four of us. My son's here. We don't like turkey, so we're having a ham. So anyhow, of everything else, like I got the stuffing, and my wife's gonna make homemade cranberry sauce or whatever the stuff's called, and pumpkin pies and all that stuff. I don't know. I just listen for my name. My memory growing up was we'd always go to my grandma's house in Toma. And one time we were sitting around having getting ready to eat Thanksgiving, and my grandma said, she said, we should pray. We never pray. We should pray before we eat. And so she said to my little sister at the, she's what? She's going to be a grandma now, my little sister. But anyway, she said to my sister at the time, which she was probably like 6. She said, Jody, can you say grace? Jody, can you say grace? And Jody said, yes. And she said, well, say grace, please. And Jody said, grace? Everyone laughed, and my uncle said, that's why we don't pray around the table. Anyways, I always remember that. And it reminded me of the this scene from the Griswold's Christmas Vacations. I'm just going to put it in. It's just kind of funny.
Before we begin, since this is Aunt Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think she should lead us in the saying of grace.
Oh, great. Oh.
What, dear? Grace! Grace! She passed away 30 years ago.
They want you to say grace.
The blessing.
And then my aunt, who was always so bloody miserable, she'd sit in the back. She'd get all drunk from wine, and then she'd sit on the back couch and as drunk as a skunk and yell at everyone when it was time to clean up. For as long as I could remember, as a little kid, both Thanksgiving and Christmas, my dad would always say this same sentence.
Catherine, this turkey tastes half as good as it looks. I think we're all in for a very big treat.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Okay, Eddie.
He'd always say, "Save the neck for me." And almost every year, my aunt, the one who would get drunk, would say, "Johnny, no one wants the effing neck. So you don't need to worry about us saving it for anyone but you." But anyways, I always thought that was funny. Save the neck for me, he'd always say that. And then we always would be out hunting before, and then my grandpa had a big old heated garage, and we'd always bring the deer in Thursday morning to get tagged. Like, you'd take them to a bar or whatever, and they'd take them, and then we'd process the deer after we got done eating Thanksgiving dinner. That was my memory of Thanksgiving always. When we lived in Oklahoma, we came back once to Wisconsin for Thanksgiving, and the weather was so terrible. When we got into Des Moines, Iowa, the weather was so bad with snow that we started counting, and when we got up to about 100 cars in the ditch, we stopped counting, and there were semis that were like flipped over. It was this, I can't remember what year it would have been, 2012, 2013. And I mean, we were going like 6 miles an hour. And I remember saying to my wife, I said, I mean, after we went through all this, we counted we stopped counting at 100 because there's no reason why. We saw all the semis rolled over and everything. I said, this is about halfway point for us. I said, I'm gonna draw a line in the snow from a mile from here. And if I'm still only going 6 miles an hour, as far as I know, it's only gonna get worse that way up. So I said, if it's still this bad, I'm gonna turn around, because it didn't get bad until we got maybe 2-3 miles just before Des Moines. And it was almost right at the mile point. The roads got better. But it was bad. So I do not believe we ever went back for Thanksgiving when we were in Oklahoma. So, report on this filter, and I feel bad because I already heard from a friend that they bought one based on my recommendation, but it's not keeping up. Maybe they'll have better luck than me, but I feel terrible. So it's not keeping up. The wind is just terrible. Because I mean, it worked all week. It's supposed to be bad weather on Saturday. It's supposed to get up to 8 inches. So, anyhow. But I do want to share something with you guys. I've had this memory for years of, it was like a Christmas advertisement thing on the BBC. And I always thought it was like 96 or 97. Where all these different actors all said, like, either, like, in my mind they were singing, but they could have been telling a story, and they'd always say like the different parts, and you had like Ronnie Baker, and it just was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it at the time, and I have looked for so many years on YouTube, and I never did find anything. Well, I looked some more today, and I found them. There's 2 of them. There's a football story, so soccer, and there's a cricket story. So I am going to, I put those together, and I'm going to end with that. And I just think it's so much fun. So, guys, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Stay warm if you're in this snowstorm. I heard up in the UP, like by Marinette, they're supposed to be getting over 30 inches of snow. Can you even imagine? 30 inches. Bloody heck, if you ask me. So, cheers, guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And I shall see you Friday or Saturday or Sunday. So, the BBC, ladies and gentlemen. Cheerio.
I'd like to tell you, if I may, a gripping tale of sporting achievement.
Last Sunday was the Jungle Cup final.
The insects versus the mammals.
Sadly, the mammals were just too strong for the poor insects.
By half-time, the insects were 13-0 down.
Back in the insect dressing room,
the manager did his best to pick up his downhearted troops
and sent them back out to resume battle.
Well, alas, the second half
was just as one-sided as the first.
And with 5 minutes to go, the score was an embarrassing 24-0.
When the insect manager
pulls off an earwig and brings on a millipede.
Anyway, this millipede's brilliant, and he starts banging in goals from all over the pitch.
By the final whistle, it scored
25 goals.
And the insects win the cup.
25-24.
And after the match, John Motson asks the manager,
how come you didn't play him from the start?
And the manager replies,
I would have done, but he was
putting his boots on.
Well, you've got to laugh, haven't you?
Could you just run that past me again?
I'd like to tell you a story I heard the other day. There I was in my local.
When in walked the captain of the local cricket team.
He was not a happy bunny.
Because recently the form of the team has been utter rubbish.
And their next fixture was a jolly important local match.
Against their bitter rivals, Codford St. excuse me, St. Rupert.
So the captain decides to put an advert
in the window of the local shop.
Batsperson wanted.
Ability to hit the ball, an advantage.
Apply to the captain.
The dripping end cricket club.
Well, a month goes by and he's heard.
The captain's getting into a bit of a tizzy.
When, out of the blue, there's a knock at his door.
And in walks a dirty great horse.
Horse!
I understand you're looking for some new blood.
said the horse.
The captain's gobsmacked.
But you're a horse.
I know, replied the horse.
But actually, I'm really rather nifty with the old willow. Why not give me a go?
Well, what did the captain have to lose?
So, that Sunday...
The whole village turns out to support their team, which was nice.
Needless to say,
Their performance is as dismal as usual.
With only 2 overs remaining, they need
37
To
runs.
avoid another humiliating defeat.
When from the pavilion,
Sachet's the new number 11 batsman. Nice.
But unfortunately for him, Big Bernard Armstrong, the village bear,
Blacksmith is next to bowl.
Bow.
And he sets off on his runner.
And hurls down
A vicious delivery. And the horse wallops it clean over the village oak and right through the window of the Scandinavian School for Young Ladies.
6. Armstrong's nose is well and truly put out of joint.
And fuming with wrath.
He slings down an even faster delivery.
Unruffled, the horse casually whacks it over the pavilion for another 6.
next ball, Armstrong
unleashes a spiteful buncher.
and the horse thumps it right out the ground.
And the next 3 deliveries?
6.
1 over left and only 1 run needed.
To seal
An historic victory.
for dripping end.
The crowd is now on tinterhooks.
Because, facing the bowling...
Is young Cuthbert O'Toole.
All right, little weed.
How he survived the first 5 balls.
Nobody knows.
But he survives.
And as the final ball is bowled,
He shuts his eyes and...
Swings with all his might.
and just clips the ball with a fluky thick edge.
And O'Toole sets off up the wicket for his winning run.
But to his horror, the horse doesn't move.
just stands there, motionless.
O'Toole shouts, "Run!"
Yet still the horse doesn't move.
And from the pavilion, the captain bellows.
Run! Run!
Yet still the horse doesn't move.
and the crowd lining the pitch scream,
Run! And the horse looks up.
Raises an eyebrow and says,
Me? Run?
Do me a favour.
If I could run, I'd be at Haydock
Ruddy Park.
It's a bad one, isn't it? It's a steamer. It's a stinker.
The BBC have always attempted to make you laugh, and will continue to do so whether you like it or not.
Run, run, run like the wind.
It's time. Who's going to run? Gentlemen, I don't know who's going to run. Hello, Ducky, will you run? Have you got a car, love? I know this is the life. I don't know what your name is, but you're going to drive mother home. It's a shame, isn't it? A shame. It's a shame when you've gotta go home. Good night, everybody. Good night. See you. Thank you very much. See you. Good night.